Top 7 Best RTX 3060 Laptop 2024. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Asus ROG Zephyrus Duo 15.6. One extreme option worth mentioning is the ROG Zephyrus Duo from Asus. This laptop sports an AMD Ryzen 7 5800A processor, 16 GB of RAM, a 1 TB SSD, and a 15.6-inch 1080p 300Hz display. The main feature that the Zephyrus Duo comes with, though, is the secondary display that sits above the keyboard. In our opinion, the secondary display probably isn't worth the premium. The Duo comes in at just under $2,500, making it more expensive than some RTX 3080 laptop options. And, unless the price comes down significantly on this laptop, you'd get much better performance for your money by opting for a laptop with a higher-end GPU in it. Number 6. ROG GF65 17.3. If you need extra storage and more memory, you could make a case for the ROG GF65 being the top overall pick on this list. For the most part, it has the same core specs as the 15-inch MSI GF65 Thin model. It has an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU and an Intel Core i7 10750H processor. However, it comes with double the memory, 32 GB versus 16 GB, and double the SSD storage capacity, 1 TB versus 512 GB. It also comes with a secondary 2 TB hard drive, giving you a total of 6x the storage capacity overall. And it has a larger 17.3-inch display and a faster 300Hz refresh rate. The downside, though, is that this laptop comes in at just over $2,000, making it quite a bit more expensive than gaming laptops in our top picks. If you want the extra storage, double the memory, the bigger screen, and the faster refresh rate, though, this laptop could be the right option for you. Just note, though, that for the same price, you can land yourself an RTX 3060 laptop, and that will give you more GPU performance. Number 5. Acer Predator Helios 315.6. If you like the MSI 15-inch model listed above, you'll probably also want to check out the Acer Predator Helios 300. Both gaming laptops have the same core specs, an Intel Core i7 10750H, an RTX 3060 GPU, 16 GB of RAM, a 512 GB SSD, decent battery life, and a 15.6-inch 1080p 144Hz display. The only difference between the two is in price. At the time of updating this guide, the MSI GF65 Thin 15-inch model came in at $300 less than this Acer laptop. However, as gaming laptop prices constantly change, it would be worth comparing the prices on both the MSI GF65 Thin and this Acer Predator model to see which one is more affordable at the time of your purchase. Overall, both gaming laptops are great options if you don't need a larger 17.3-inch display. Number 4. MSI GF65 Thin 15.6. Who said you have to pay an arm and a leg to get an RTX 3060 in a gaming laptop? For just under $900, the MSI GF65 Thin comes with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU. Obviously, for such a lower price than the competition, there are some sacrifices. Instead of an 11th generation Intel Core i7 11800H or AMD Ryzen 9 processor, the MSI GF65 Thin opts for the weaker and older 10th generation i5 10500H. It also only comes with 8 GB of RAM, whereas the options listed above all include 16 GB of RAM. You can see our breakdown of why we recommend 16 GB of RAM over 8 GB of RAM for most gamers. 8 GB of RAM simply isn't an ideal amount of memory for gaming in 2023, as it will likely force you to turn down the graphics settings in more demanding games. However, the good thing about RAM is that it is easy and fairly inexpensive to upgrade. For this gaming laptop, all you'd have to do is add a second stick of 8 GB of RAM, which will cost you till $35, and you'd mitigate the problem. So, if you like the MSI Stealth 15M, and you don't mind opting for a slightly older processor, but one which will still be plenty powerful enough for any in-game scenario, and opting for 8 GB of RAM temporarily, you could save a ton of money by opting for the MSI GF65 Thin instead. Number 3. Gigabyte Arrow 15.6. While this is technically the top 4K RTX 3060 laptop on this list, the reality is that it is a hard sell at its current price. Yes, it is the most affordable 4K RTX 3060 gaming laptop currently available. However, for the same price, you can get an RTX 3070 laptop with a 4K display for less than $50 more. As 4K gaming is much more demanding than 1080p gaming, having the extra GPU power that the RTX 3070 brings to the table can be the difference between running games with playable frame rates and not running games with playable frame rates. And, while the RTX 3060 in this system should be able to handle most games on the 4K display on at least medium settings, the fact that the RTX 3070 version only costs $50 basically makes this Gigabyte Arrow model obsolete at its current price tag. We're hoping that Gigabyte sees the error in pricing their RTX 3060 Arrow nearly the same as their RTX 3070 Arrow, and decreases the price of the RTX 3060 model. But, until it drops down to a significantly lower price than their RTX 3070 4K laptop, there's no point in getting this model. Number 2. MSI Stealth 15M 15.6. MSI has a couple of different RTX 3060 laptops on this list, and that's thanks to their strategy of pricing their gaming laptops lower than similarly configured options from the competition. Their 15-inch Stealth 15M comes in at a more attractive price point than other models with similar specs. The MSI Stealth 15M has an Intel Core i7-11375A processor, 16 GB of RAM, and a 512 GB SSD, and offers solid battery life. The only real difference between our first two picks is their screen size and the price they come in at. This MSI Stealth gaming laptop comes with a smaller 15.6-inch display, but it also costs till $350 less than the 17.3-inch Asus model listed above. However, the ROG Strix D17 does come with an AMD Ryzen 7 5900HX processor, so if you want an AMD-based CPU, that might be the better option for you. And if you're looking for a lighter gaming laptop option, the Stealth does weigh quite a bit less than the D17, till 3.7 pounds versus 6.0 pounds. Ultimately, if you don't need a larger screen or an AMD CPU, and you want to save a little bit of money, then the MSI Stealth 15M 15.6-inch option is your best bet. It's a powerful, lightweight gaming laptop that will handle anything you throw at it. Number 1. Asus ROG Strix 17.3. Our pick for the best 17-inch RTX 3060 laptop is this Asus model. The G17 comes with an AMD Ryzen 7 5900HX processor, 16 GB of DDR4 memory, an RGB keyboard, excellent battery life, and a 512 GB NVMe SSD. It also comes with a larger 17.3-inch IPS display that has a 1080p resolution and a 144 Hz refresh rate. The larger screen does mean that the G17 is a bit heavier than the other options on this list, though. In total, it weighs just under 6 pounds. The combination of the Ryzen 9 5900HX processor, the 16 GB of RAM, and the RTX 3060 GPU will be powerful enough to match the experience of a desktop PC. And with the 17.3-inch 144 Hz display, you'll get a larger screen that will deliver a really smooth in-game experience. And, while there are other 17-inch RTX 3060 laptops out there, they're all quite a bit more expensive. So in terms of price to performance among 17-inch gaming laptop options with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 in them, we felt the Asus G17 was the best choice here. And it is probably one of the best gaming laptops under $1,500 at the moment. So guys, that's all for Top 7 Best RTX 3060 Laptop 2024. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.